Hello, all of you. Welcome to the 11th class for partnership and the third day in the partnership for retirement. Last two classes, we have worked wonderful problems for retirement, and they are again an addition to your base for admission. Yesterday's problem was very nice that there were some errors in the furniture and purchases and like that. So you have to rectify that errors through the revaluation account. Okay. And after rectifying the errors, what is the correct profit that you take for the goodwill calculation? And rest problem is routine. Remaining partners can get the capital in their PSR by getting extra cash or by getting bank loan and so on. Or outgoing partner, you can just say, we'll convert everything in the loan and afterwards when we have, we will pay. Okay. So this is all about the retirement, what we have done. Yesterday we have left last one problem we have read, sixth one. I'm reading out, I'm sharing that. That is the problem we are starting now. Fifth we had completed in class. Joint life policies concept is clear. Joint life policies either maintain that surrender value or take it to the revaluation account and give it to all the partners in the profit sharing ratio. Sixth problem, market, very, very important. It is from your study material and usually students ask me, ma'am, this problem is tricky. So I have added it in the material and I'm taking it now. We are doing it on screen. We'll read little quickly. We have already read it yesterday. ABC were in partnership sharing profit and losses in 3:2:1. Balance sheet is given. A on account of ill health gave a notice that he wants to retire. Profit and loss for the year of March showed a net profit and B was to credit 6,000 as bonus. Profit sharing ratio was to be revised and revised ratio. Now I said there's a printing mistake here. This is March 16 and this ratio is revised from March 15th. Okay. From March 15th, this ratio is revised. 1 second. Huh? Yes. Now next. A on account of ill health gave a notice that he wished to retire and so the PSR. So which PSR we will take? 2:3:1. Old PSR was there 3:2:1. I hope you are getting. Goodwill you have to take by average profit. Fixtures are to be valued and provision is to be made. So these two items will come in the revaluation account. Amount which is payable to A on retirement, completely B will pay. Okay, their wish. Otherwise B and C both can get the money. B and C agreed as between themselves to continue the business, sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:1. And they decided to eliminate the goodwill to retain fixtures at the revised value and increase. Acha. After A's retirement, again that provision is revised. Already you have done revaluation on A's retirement. Again you are doing that provision. Okay. So that provision, whatever is the increase, that will go only to the remaining partners. Right? The additional provision what they are making. And I'll tell you how to do. Now, total capital of the firm is 3 lakh as before to be maintained. Same thing. Abhi in opening balance sheet, the capital is 3 lakh, but between 3 partners. Now they want 3 lakh between 2 partners, that too in their new PSR. So accordingly, both of them will have to get cash. Right or not? You are required to give necessary journal entries, prepare capital account, cash account, balance sheet after giving the effect. Journal entries also we will write and we will prepare the partners, capital account, cash account and balance sheet. Revaluation account, only 2 entries are there. This one. One is furniture and fixture and another is the provision. But ठीक है बना लेंगे. Journal entries बाद में लिखेंगे. चलो, let us prepare the revaluation account only. Yes. Did you all read the problem carefully? It's a bit tricky because of the PSR and the first adjustment. एक बार फिर से I want to read the first adjustment also. If I missed out, मुझे पढ़ना है. Profit loss for March 16, which showed a net profit of 42, was to be reopened. Profit you have already given to the partners, so get it back. Get the profit back from the partners by debiting their capital account. Why you want to reopen? Because 6,000 bonus you had to pay to B, you didn't pay, and then the remaining profit now share it in the ratio of 2:3:1. Whereas earlier you have shared the profit in the ratio of 3:2:1. So star mark this point and read it 3 times. I am waiting. Ab padho. बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ो. There's a rarest case when already some profit you have given in 3:2:1. You are asking partners को profit देते हैं तो क्या entry करते हैं? P&L account debit to partners capital account. Now partners capital account debit to profit. You're just getting back the profit. Chalo. I think we have read the problem. Anyone in the class is having little confusion? Again, I am repeating, read the problem carefully. Read the problem carefully. Let us start with this problem now in notebook. First, I am preparing revaluation account or P&L adjustment account. Any one you can prepare. Revaluation account. Small, only 2 adjustments are there. Then P&L adjustment account they have not asked, so even we will skip. I'll just show you, it will be very clear. Directly in partners capital account. Partners capital account. ठीक है. Next is cash account. Some partners will bring, some partners will take. And next is balance sheet. After is retirement. Old PSR, write down all of you old PSR on 1/4/2015. Starting of the year is 3:2:1. Old PSR before 2015, old profit is 3:2:1. Now, when did they change the PSR? They said after 1/4/2015, it is 2:3:1. And after A's retirement, write down. This detail is very important. A के retirement के बाद B और C कैसे share कर रहे हैं? 3:1. That is their remaining ratio only. Old ratio was 2:3:1 before retirement. Retirement के बाद A is going out. B and C are saying in 3:1. Clear to all of you? Chalo, very quickly, please write the details in the partners capital account. Write down. By opening balance, 1,50,000, 1,00,000 and 50,000. Yes. Chalo, now first thing they have told you is partners capital account debit करके P&L adjustment में get back the profit. The profit for March showed the 42,000 which had been given reopened. Okay. So you reopen the 42,000 profit in old ratio 3:2:1. 42,000. Please write what I am writing. It will be very clear to you there. 42,000 जो profit है ना, वो वापस लेके आओ. 42,000 profit, get it back. 42,000 into 3/6. 21,000. 42,000 into 2/6. 14,000 and 7,000. 21, 14 and 7. Get back. Why did you get back? Out of that, you have decided to pay bonus to B. You have to pay bonus to B. And that is 6,000. You have to pay bonus to B. P&L adjustment account bonus. Now remaining profit, give it to all the partners in the new ratio 2:3:1. How much profit you have got back? 42. 6 you gave. So 36 is there. 36,000 into 2/6. 12,000. 36,000 into 3/6. 18,000 and 6,000. All clear to all of you? This is something new you must have never done in the partnership. So you write it down. I will re-explain. आप लिख लो पूरा और please write the extra details and brackets so that later when you see you should not have doubt. Yes. Shall I re-explain again? See, 42,000 profit, you have already given in the old ratio, 3:2:1, you got it back. Out of that, 6,000 you paid bonus to B. And after that, remaining 36,000, now you want to give it in the new ratio, 2:3:1. Ma'am, why did they do this? The reason they did this is because they want to give the profit in the new ratio. Second adjustment, goodwill. There is no mistake in the goodwill. So directly you can take up the goodwill's adjustment working note 2. Goodwill ke liye first you have to calculate average profit. That is total profit of the 5 years divided by 5. Karo. How much you all are getting total profit? Pick up your calculators. 15,000 plus 23,000 plus 25,000 plus 35,000 plus 42,000. 1,40,000 is the total profit. Divide by 5, that is 28,000. 140 divided by 5, that is 28,000. 28,000 is the average profit. And they said goodwill is 2 years purchase of average profit. Goodwill is 2 years purchase of average profit. 28,000 into 2. And that comes to 56,000. Now listen, dear students. Already goodwill is there in the opening balance sheet. Please see your opening balance sheet. 40,000 goodwill is there. 40,000 goodwill is there. So can we write off the old goodwill first and then create the new goodwill, or you can create the difference goodwill? Both the ways are correct. Are you getting? Goodwill you want to raise 56. Already there in opening balance sheet 40. So you can just raise 16,000 goodwill. Is that clear to you? Or write off the old goodwill in same. Now go 3:1 purana ratio bhul jao. 2:3:1 and do this way. So as you want, you can do. Already 40,000 goodwill is there in the books. So what we will do is goodwill we will write off, raise and write off. Same. We'll prepare the table. Actually, so they've asked you to pass journal entries also. Goodwill account debit 16,000 A, B and C in the ratio of 2:3:1. Anyone in the class is having doubt? Then 40,000 पहले debit करो, same 2:3:1 और फिर 56 raise करो, तो you can directly raise 16,000 also. 16,000 into 2/6. 16,000 into 2/6. 5333. 16,000 into 3/6. 8,000. 16,000 into 1/6. 2667. Now tell me, is it clear or not? Goodwill account debit. Anyone in the class is having doubt? 40,000 write off in 2:3:1 and then raise the goodwill in 2:3:1. So I have directly raised 16,000 goodwill and write off full goodwill now 56,000. Pura goodwill write off kar do in the new ratio 3:1. 56,000 into 3/4. 42,000. 56,000 by 4. 14,000. 34,000 debit. 5333 credit. 2267 minus 14,000. 11,333 debit. One lakh 14,000. 56,000 goodwill write off in the ratio, no? 56,000 goodwill. 56,000 goodwill to aaya na, correct? Write it off in new ratio 3/4. 56,000 into 1/4. Now did you get 56,000 by 4? 14,000 कैसे आया पता चला? Raise the goodwill in old ratio 2:3:1. Write off in the new ratio 3:1. But we have raised the goodwill only 16 because 40 is already there in the opening balance sheet. Matlab it must have been raised in ABC ratio. Is this now clear? I'm again saying anyone is having doubt. So other way, option 2 is goodwill 40,000 पहले write off कर दो 2:3:1 में और फिर गुडविल रेज करो 2:3:1 में 56,000. तो आप राइट ऑफ कर रहे हो एंड अगेन यू आर रेजिंग. सो आई जस्ट रेज्ड 16,000. Is this clear to all of you? You have written off the goodwill and now you are raising the goodwill. Nice adjustment for goodwill. You all must have been worrying कि ये डेबिट और क्रेडिट टैली नहीं हो रहा है ना, तो वो गुडविल भी तो निकल जाएगा ना आपके बुक से 40,000. डेबिट इज 34,000 प्लस 11,333, 45,333 and 533 is this. So 40,000 goodwill भी निकल जाएगा, तो आ जाएगा. It will come correctly. Please come to the capital account और A को क्रेडिट करो 5333 और वहां पे लिखो बाय B एंड C. यू कैन राइट कंबाइन इट. B एंड C मिला के दे रहे हैं A को 5333 ये क्रेडिट, और डेबिट कर दो 34,000 and 1133 to A's capital account bracket goodwill working note 2. Working note 2. Nice. Is this clear to all of you? A is outgoing partner, give the goodwill, and other two partners debit the goodwill. Chalo, next adjustment I am going very quickly. Third, come to revaluation account. Fixtures are to be revalued at 39,800. पहले balance sheet में लिख दो. Fixture. How much is fixture? 30,000. And you want it to be 39,800. So 9,800 appreciation increase. Come to the revaluation account. Debit fixtures. Fixtures को value बढ़ा दो 9,800 to the revaluation account. Next, provision of 2% was to be paid for doubtful debts. So look at your data. How much are your data right now? 90,000. You have to create provision for doubtful debts. 90,000 into कितना percent create करना है? 2%. 1,800. And the remaining assets were to be taken at their book value. ठीक है. Data I am not writing the value in the balance sheet क्योंकि एक और बार करेंगे after A is retired. So revaluation is over. Amount payable to A and A shall be paid by B. Okay, right. Last point पढ़ो D. A will pay to B. As between B and C, I am reading. Are you all also reading from your material or not? The D bit. Furniture fixtures to be retained at same and doubtful debts to be increased to 6%. अब ये old partners bear नहीं करेंगे. पहले आप ये दे दो. Just give this to partners capital account. In the ratio 2:3:1. कितना आ रहा है? 8,000. Can we give revaluation profit to all the partners? 8,000. बोलो. 8,000 into 2/6. 2,667. 8,000 into 3/6. 4,000. 8,000 divided by 6. 1,333. All clear to all of you? Revaluation profit we gave. Now after this, one more time they are making additional provision. Now A has gone, dear students, and after that they are doing. So this will be borne only by B and C. 2 provision for doubtful debts. 3:1 में कौन बेयर करेगा? सिर्फ बी और सी. देखो कितना, I'll tell you. How much was Data's? 90,000. You have already created a provision here. 2%, 1,800. And I'm writing inner column, 88,200. Now you still want the provision up to 6% on the original debtors, 90,000 plus 6%. 5,400 you want the provision. 1,800 provision you have already created. So how much more provision you will create? 3,600. Is the screen clear to all of you? First, you have created 2% provision at the time of retirement of A. After his retirement, you wanted the provision not by to 6%, that is 5,400, but already 1,800. So this 3,600 additional provision only remaining 2 partners will bear. Likho 3,600 into 3 by 4, 2,700 and 3,600, it's 900. It's 900. Nice and clear. Chalo. After this, they said total capital you need to maintain 3 lakh. That we all know. Who should maintain 3 lakh capital? B and C, and that too in their PSR. So now first only you write closing balance 3 lakh you want, that too in the ratio 3:1. Just write the way I'm writing. 3 lakh into 3 by 4. 2,25,000 and 75,000. 75,000. Are you all clear? Actually, we should close A first. We will do that. But A को भी B pay करेगा. But closing balance we want this much. Okay, so better first we close A. Is revaluation account clear to all of you? Now pay off A. He is going 150 plus 12,000 plus 533 plus 2,667. How much it is? 1,70,000 minus 21,000. So 1,49,000. A को डेबिट करो, B को क्रेडिट करो. A debit, B credit. B saying A, I will pay you. I pay you मतलब I will increase my capital. I will take your capital by A's capital account. A's account debit to B. B account credit by A. Yes. If anyone is having doubt, read. Amount payable to A shall be paid by B. B credit, A debit. So A's account is closed. Now reverse you all work. You all know for B closing balance you want 2,25,000 plus 2,700 plus 34,000 plus 14,000. 275,700. 275,700 minus 1 lakh minus 6,000 minus 18,600 minus 4,000 minus 149. There is shortage of the cash. 1 second. Huh? And how much is coming here? 75,000. Plus 900 plus 11, 333 plus 7,000 minus 50,000 minus 6,000 minus 133. 36,900. 36,900. C should get in C should get in cash. फिर से करो एक बार. All of you also please do the totals. 7,000 plus 11,333 plus 900 and decided कि 75,000 should be the closing capital. So 94,233 minus 50,000 minus 6,000 minus 133, 36,900. 36,900 cash C is going to get. And we need to see how much is coming for B. 1 lakh plus 6,000 plus 18,600 plus 4,000 plus 1 lakh 49,000. Okay. 277,600 is the total coming. Change karo. Credit side is coming more. So B, your extra capital you take home. Yes. You take it home. Please do the total account and अगर आपको कोई फर्क आ रहा है तो मुझे बोलो. 1,06,000 plus 18,000 plus 4,000 plus okay. Now even I got it. 600 नहीं है ना. 2,77,000 is the total. Minus 14,000 minus 34,000 minus 2,700 minus 225. 1,300 cash we have to give to B. Capital account check करो अपने. Who gave the money to A? B. Still B had 1,300 extra cash. Take to your home. And C, you bring cash. This is correct now. Please take up 2 seconds. I am coming. Yes, I'm waiting. Anyone is having any doubt? I want to repeat. I closed A's account by transfer to B, 149. Who said this? It was given. And now B should take 1,300 cash and A should bring 94,233. Why like this, dear students? Because you want the closing balance for B and C. Chalo, what is opening balance of the cash? Opening balance sheet में दिया होगा. देखो cash कितना आ रहा है आपको. 10,000. Opening cash is 10,000. 2. C's capital account 36,900. C is getting. B's capital account 1,300 payoff to B and closing balance you will get. $37,900 minus 1,300. 36,600. 36,600. Nice and clear to all of you? Yes. Chalo, let us take the closing cash as 36,600. Closing cash as 36,600. Anyone wants me to show the capital account or have any doubt, unmute karke pucho, otherwise we are moving towards balance sheet now. Apart from furniture and data, all the other items are same. First item in your opening balance sheet is goodwill, no change. Fixtures, kar diya. Stock, copy it as it is, 1,70,000. Datas we have written, cash we have written. This side creditors, 40,000. Creditors, 40,000. Partners capital account. Partners capital account. We have two partners capital account, B and C. B and C. 2,25,000 and C is 75,000. Yes. And now do the total of the balance sheet. Orally you can do this side, 3,40,000. I'll tell you the gist also. Students come to me, ma'am, ये problem तो पूरा ऊपर से जा रहा है, कुछ नहीं है. You learn it nicely and you explain to your friends now. And still, if you have doubt, ask me. $39,800 plus 1,70,000 plus 84,600. कैश में गड़बड़ क्यों आ रही है? कैश के कैलकुलेशन में मिस्टेक है कहीं? Really sorry, the cash, opening cash is 10,000, not 1,000. Opening cash is 10,000. Please change the totals. एक जीरो से कितना फर्क पड़ गया देखो. 46,900 minus 1,300. 45,600 is the cash. 45,600 is the cash. Plus 84,600 plus 39,800 plus 170, 3,40,000. Nice. Did you all get it or not? चलो, revaluation account, partners capital account, cash account and balance sheet. What new you have learned, dear students, is this PSR. Old profit you all brought back. Yera. Can you all please put star mark here? This was new for all of you. Old profit you brought back in 3:2:1 ratio. वापस लेके आ जाओ. And now give bonus to this partner and again give the profit. Yes. And so on. Rest all is clear. Closing balances also you are having. Cash also you are having. Balance sheet is clear. So that's all about the, everyone got the balance sheet tallied for the 6th problem. 7th and 8th we have already done. 8 problems we have completed for retirement. Now 9th sum. 9th and 10th I am giving as homework. They are very, very easy. I am explaining and giving the answers also. If you are not getting, tell me. Please write it as assignment. I had to take it as assignment only, but they were like already printed. Why? To reduce the number of problems. So more easier than last 2-3 days we have done the retirement. And still we are starting death in the next class. So if you have any doubt, death of the partner mein aap pooch sakte hain. Just look here. B retires. Fire insurance 10,000 is to be carried forward as unexpired. So now Fire insurance, if you have to carry forward prepaid insurance debit to revaluation account, you can route it through revaluation. ध्यान से सुनो, लैंड की वैल्यू बढ़ानी है, प्रोविजन, मशीनरी, ऑल. Goodwill is 180. B share shall be adjusted to NC, who will share the future ratio. So raise the goodwill 180, write off the goodwill and adjust the difference. B to be paid 50,000 in cash, thoda sa cash, and remaining in loan account. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet. No trick is there. Trick I am taking it in the class. Like you can star mark, very important. Even I am doing. Mark this problem very important, the one which we did now, sixth problem. और कल जो गुडविल के दो किए थे ना, सेवेंथ एंड एट्थ प्रॉब्लम, they are also very good. Mark it important. Eighth problem. So that last moment when you revise, you should know. Chalo. For ninth problem, write and keep the answer. Closing capital of A is 42,000. I will just say once. Write it. पेन से नाइन्थ प्रॉब्लम के पास ही जाके लिख लो. बी को हाउ मच यू आर पेइंग टू बी? 32,000 to his loan account. 32,000 to B's loan account. C 1,40,000. Revaluation profit routine 30,000 it is coming. Give it to old partners, old ratio. Goodwill raise and write off. And balance sheet total is coming 10,03,000. Balance sheet total is 10,03,000. Balance sheet total 10,03,000. So ninth problem, you have to do it as assignment. 10th problem also. Employees Provident Fund is a liability. Workmen's compensation is reserve. Give it to old partners. Advertisement is a loss. Frankly, if you check the same problem we have done in admission. Balance sheet is same, that admission retirement part is different. Exactly same. Advertisement is a loss, so you can write it off. B retires and stock is to be depreciated, provision, land and building, 770 is to be made. Goodwill of entire firm is fixed at 10,800. Yes, so raise in old ratio, write off in new ratio. Entire capital of the firm is newly constituted 28,000. Okay, so new capital of the firm, the entire capital of the firm is newly constituted is fixed at 28,000 between A and C in the proportion. Karo, A और C का capital 28,000 चाहिए, 28,000 into 5/8. So 17,500. And 10,500. Accordingly, they will get the cash. Yes. Chalo. So write down. Final capital of A will come 17,500. A's capital will come 17,500. C's capital will come 10,500. And B को cash pay कर दो और transfer to his loan account 19,800. 19,800. Balance sheet total is coming 55,470. Balance sheet total is coming 55,470. वर्कमेंस कंपेंसेशन और पीएफ के लिए मैंने आपको बहुत बार नोट भी लिखाई हूँ. So I hope that is clear to you. Yes, right. So that's all for the 10th problem and the retirement is over. Now I'm starting combination. Are you all, first tell me please, are you all comfortable with the quality of good 10 problems we have done for retirement? Any doubt in the assignment if you're not getting? tell me, I will help you out. And those who are watching it as a video, if you are not getting the homework, put your doubts in the app group where you are, or you can message me. I will make additional video and help you. But actually, they are like over easy. आपको आ जाएगा. And assignment are necessary to build up your own confidence. So don't ignore it. If it is tricky, I'm already taking care. Okay. Admission we know, retirement we know. Can we have combination? In a single year, one D partner is admitted and A is going out. Now, this can be asked in exam in two ways. Suppose admission and retirement is on same date. ABC, old ratio. BCD, new ratio. Admission and retirement is in the same date. So goodwill also one entry will come. Raise the goodwill old ratio ABC, write off the goodwill new ratio BCD. Now debit D only if he is not getting the goodwill. I'll make you write all this, but orally bhi samjha rahi, clear hai nahi? And suppose there is a difference. I think in fact I should write this and show you. Just let us go to the notebook, dear students. Yeah. One. Admission and retirement. Combine. Now, if admission and retirement combine on same date, A, B, C, and D. D is admitted, A is going. Raise goodwill A, B, C. Write off B, C, D. आपको समझ में आया है नहीं? Raise the goodwill A, B, C. Write off B, C, D. और D को तब भी क्या डेबिट करोगे? D, who is D? Incoming partner. Debit only if premium for goodwill not there. If D is bringing premium for goodwill, why will you debit him? Is this clear or not? A is going out or A? Acha, now on different dates. Suppose 1st April to 30 June. A, B, C are partners. Profit and loss they will only share. 30 June A retired. You have to write all this, huh? 30 June A retired. So B and C will continue. B and C will share the profits for 3 months, say 6 months. Only B and C are partners. 30 June ko A to retired. Now on 31/12, B admitted. So B, C and D will share the profits for remaining 3 months. So if this kind of problem is asked, split capital accounts in 3 parts. Write down. Whatever. This is like a booster note. We should have written in booster. अब मैंने यहाँ लिख लिया, लिख लो. Yeah, just write it down. I'm here only and read it also. कुछ doubt है तो पूछो please लिख के.
I Akaksha, just schedule it no if possible today or tomorrow because 26 onwards I'm not free. I'm having a close by wedding and two last classes also to close.
ठीक है, क्लियर है आप सबको? Raise the goodwill and write off. And if it is different dates, then A, B, C, फिर B, C, combination. It looks tricky, but it's going to be very easy. Combination problems are easier than what we are doing right now. Seriously. चलो, let us start with 10th के बाद 11th में ही मैंने दी हूँ combined problem. 11th video and 11th problem. And one more thing. Listen, I wanted to say, because now they are asking you this admission, retirement all together. So they may not ask you revaluation, partners, capital account and balance sheet all. So please open yourself and be prepared. So many exams you will be preparing just the partners, capital account or balance sheet, or just the revaluation and partners, capital account. Okay? Right. Sure. शुरू करते हैं. ABC are in partnership, sharing profit and losses in the ratio, and on 1/7 their capitals are given. On 31 December, A retired and D is admitted. He introduced 2 lakh as capital and also paid 150. The new PSR. Acha. Now this is on the same date. A retired in December, but then their accounts are starting from July. So 6 months profit he will take. A retired and D is admitted. He introduced 2 lakh and he brought premium for goodwill also. D, new profit sharing ratio. See, apply admission rules separately and retirement rules separately as taught. Following adjustments are required. Goodwill is 6 lakh. Fixed assets revalued. Net profit on 30 June 17. 4 lakh. Agreed to accrue evenly. Means first 6 months 2 lakh. And why I want to split the profit? Because A is retiring from July to December, 6 months profit he will take. Bed debt of 50,000 relating to first half or had to be written off. And A left amount due to him as loan and received 10% interest on that. Very nice problem this is. Are you reading? If you feel I have read fast, तो आप वापस पढ़ो. इससे beautiful क्या adjustment होगा? You have to split the net profit into 2 parts. Some of you may be thinking, why ma'am 4 lakh is accruing equally? What is the reason why you have to split it equally? Because July to December, you have to give it to A, B, C. And then December onwards to B, C and D. And drawings are given. Why A's drawings are till December? Because then he is no longer a partner. B, C, वो सब दिया है आपको. और D, पूरे December के बाद ही आया था. Yes. And B or C, they were for the whole year. So listen, whenever there is admission and retirement in between the year, you have to split the capital accounts as per the dates. They have asked you to prepare P&L appropriation and partners capital account. ठीक है, बना लेंगे. We will make the P&L appropriation account and partners capital account. चलो साथ में करते हैं. प्रॉब्लम नंबर क्या चल रहा है? 11. What all accounts they have asked you to prepare? P&L appropriation account is once you get the net profit, split it to partners, but then we will divide it into two parts. Why we are dividing into two parts? From 1st July 16 to 31/12/16 and 1st January 17 to 31/12 जून में 31 नहीं रहता ना, 30 June 17. Are you getting? 6 months we are dividing the profit. You should have a doubt why you are making columns like this, ma'am. Because the first half profit is going to go to different partners and rest half to different partners. After this, prepare partners capital account. How many partners are there? 4. थोड़े बड़े बनाना capital accounts because you have to divide it, no? 1, 2, 3 and 4. This side also 1, 2, 3 and 4. A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. Next. Working note 1. What is the old ratio? Working note 1 is parked, dear students. You all know it now. Old ratio is 3:2:1. New ratio. Old ratio is 3:2:1 for A, B, and C. And new ratio is 2:1:1 for B, C, and D. B, C, and D. चले साथ में? Right. Read the problem, all of you. Opening balance is given. Let us put it up first. Opening balance 3,35,000, 2,80,000, 3,10,000. 335, 280 and 310. This is like opening balance. A retired and D is admitted in December. He introduced 2 lakh as capital. 2 lakh as capital he got in cash. Are you observing what is missing in the problem? Opening balance sheet. And then what we are not going to make? Closing balance sheet. छोड़ दो. नहीं तो indicator in your mind. D credit or cash debit अभी करना चाहिए. And also paid 1,50,000 premium for goodwill. 1,50,000 premium for goodwill. किसको देंगे 1,50,000? Old partners in the sacrificing ratio. D is getting goodwill. So cash account debit to the old partners in the sacrificing ratio. तो अब वो निकालना पड़ेगा. Working note 2. Sacrificing ratio. Or 2 lakh goodwill he is getting, no? You can raise and write off the total goodwill also. A. What is old ratio? 3/6. What is new ratio? Nil. So A is sacrificing 3/6. B, old ratio 2/6. New ratio is 1/6. अच्छा, new ratio is also 2/6. आपको आ रहा है नहीं? B's old ratio is 2/6. Look at my cursor. B's new ratio is 2/4. Not 2/6, 2/4. तो LCM करो, कितना आ रहा है? 6 and 4 मल्टीप्लाई किए तो 24. 6 4s are 4 and 2 8 and 4 and 24. So 6 and 2 12. Oh, very technical. 4/24. That too minus. So he is so gaining. B is gaining. Are you all getting? Old ratio was 2/6, now 2/4. So B is gaining. And C, old ratio is 1/6. New ratio is 1/4. So 6 4s are 24. 6 4. So 4 and 4 and 6. 2/24. He is also gaining. A is sacrificing pura old ratio. And B and C are gaining with the goodwill. Okay. So in that case, ये sacrificing gaining से अच्छा है. When you get like this, no, better do like this. D is getting how much goodwill? Read the problem. Read the problem. D got 1,50,000 goodwill for 1/4 share. What is total goodwill? 6 lakh. Anyone in the class is having doubt? D is getting 1,50,000 for 1/4. Prepare the table, please. A, B, C, D. And it's on the same date, admission and retirement. So you can raise the goodwill in old ratio, 3:2:1. 3 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 lakh. Credit. Now write off. New ratio, 2:1:1. Write off in the new ratio. 6 lakh into 2/4. 3 lakh, 6 lakh, 1.5 lakh, 1.5 lakh. Are you all getting or not? As it is, what is the net effect? Who is sacrificing? A, outgoing partner. B is gaining. C is gaining. और D को डेबिट नहीं करना, 1.5 कैश डेबिट. Write it and check दोनों gaining, sacrificing. 82 minutes. I'll give a break after completing this problem. Just continue writing. Yes. Is it a foolproof method? You must be having doubt, ma'am. This is not there in study material. They will give marks or not. Definitely they'll give if you write. Look at this. A is sacrificing 3 by 6. B and C are gaining. Of course, their account is debited. And D is bringing premium for goodwill. So don't give him. I mean, say don't debit his account. Chalo, now I am posting this. Are you all with me for goodwill? A को goodwill देना है. Who will give how much? B और C का amount भूल गई मैं. By B's capital account, 1 lakh, only 1 lakh. By B's capital account, 1 lakh. By C's capital account, 50,000. And by cash, premium for goodwill, 1,50,000. A, you are going no, take 3 lakh goodwill. 1,50,000 and D is getting. Now, this side. 2, A's capital account. B debit 1 lakh, gaining ratio. C debit 50. Don't debit D because he has got premium for goodwill. How many of you are getting the benefit of taking 2 separate classes for goodwill? You are clear? Yes, ma'am, we know. If D is not getting goodwill, debit it here, 1,50,000. If he is getting, debit cash. I'm not making the balance sheet, so I'm not going over there. Okay? Right. Goodwill's adjustment is clear. Now, fixed assets are revalued upward by 3 lakh. Only one revaluation are there. So we are giving 3 lakhs to old partners, old ratio. What is their old ratio? 3:2:1. 3 lakh, give it in 3:2:1. Everyone is clear? एक ही एडजस्टमेंट के लिए रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Fixed assets are to be revalued upward. So 3 lakhs is profit. दे दो. D को नहीं, sorry. C 50,000, 1 lakh, 1,50,000. 50,000, 1 lakh, 1,50,000. Now, ये हो गया fixed assets. Now, that crucial part, we have divided the P&L account and total profit, net profit is 4 lakh. Can we write 2 lakh and 2 lakh at both the places? Yes. Now, in the first half, you had not written off bad debt. So you write off bad debt, 50,000. And now this profit, you will give to partners capital account, 1,50,000. Old partners, old ratio. Any doubt? Two lakh is the profit for the June to December. 50,000 bad debt you missed writing, write it down. Second effect in the data, don't give it because you are not preparing the balance sheet. 1,50,000 profit, give it to old partners, old ratio. 150. 150 divided by 6. 25,000 into 2. 50,000 and 75,000. Check. Have you got it correct? Give the profit to old partners, old ratio. Okay. Now, remaining 6 months profit we will see later. First, write down 6 months drawings. Drawings I am writing 6 months. and I want to close the account. A 60,000. B, why will you take 30,000, dear students? Because B's whole year's drawing is 60. So half years is 30. C 20. And D, we don't know. Matlab D is not a partner on just on the December 1st day he came, no. So his withdrawal will be from December to next June. Please don't hesitate. You can unmute, excuse me, ma'am, and ask in between agar koi doubt hai to. I told you when there are partners coming and going in one same financial year, you should split the capital account. So that's what I'm doing. I'm splitting the capital account. Chalo, now, how am I going to pay A? Transfer to A's loan account. A, bye-bye, but we don't have any money to pay you. We will pay you later. Close karo A ka account. 3,35,000 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150 plus 75,000. 8,60,000. And 60 ho gaya 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs transfer to A's loan account. Transfer to A's loan account. And bring the other partner's capital down. बाकी सबको क्लोज करके लेके आ जाओ. 280 plus 150. 430. 430 minus 1,30,000. 3 lakh. 310 plus 50 plus 25,000. 385. Bring C's capital 3,15,000. Are you all following? अगर आपकी मैंने पहले ही बोला था make it capital account big because you have to split. If space is not there, no problem. After the working note, you can continue. And D is 2 lakh. 2 lakh. 2 lakh total. 2 lakh लेके आ जाओ. Anyone in the classes having doubt? Look at the capital account opening. B brought capital. Give goodwill to C. Revaluation effect. Profit for the first 6 months, give it to A, B, and C. Drawings write off. And now close A's account. Closing balance. These are closing balance. गलती से मैंने same line में लिख दिया. A's loan account थोड़ा ऊपर ले जाना चाहिए. We'll do that. और फिर closing balance. Bring it opening balance. Now, what is remaining 6 months profit? From January to June, 2 lakhs. Point number 2. A left amount due to loan. Interest at the rate of 10% is payable. Yes. So now here, expenditure is interest. I'm writing here to interest on A's loan. I'm doing the working also here. A का loan है कितना? 8 lakh. 10%. 6 by 12. करो. 8 lakh into 10% into 6 by 12. 40,000 we have to pay interest to A's loan account. If you are not following my writing, this is interest on A's loan account. Calculator में करो. 8 lakh into 10% into 6 by 12. 40,000. Now how much is the profit? 160. Who will share this 160 profit? B, C, and D. This is A, B, and C. Take a pause, go out of the calculation and check. Are you clear? Why did I split the capital accounts? Capital account split क्यों किए हमने? Because B, C, D's profit, give it to B, C, D in the ratio which they have. 40,000. See, A is going bye-bye in December. Other three partners are continuing till June. Whether they pay or not, but A's loans interest is an expenditure, no? Yes. So they will reduce the profit and now give 160 profit. By P&L account 160. नीचे ही रेशियो दिया है 2:1:1. 1,60,000 by 1/4. 40,000. 40,000. 40,000, 40,000, 80,000. Give it the profit. And now here, 2 drawings. Drawings. Remaining drawings. A, so it will not come. For B, it is 30,000. For C, it is 20,000. For D, it is 25,000. So remaining 6 months profit I gave to B, C, D, and remaining 6 months drawings, and now closing balance. Check, dear students, in the problem they didn't say that adjust the closing balance in their PSR. So don't do. Just carry it forward as it is. 3,80,000. 3,80,000. So this is 3,50,000. 3,55,000 for C. 3,55,000. So 3,35,000. 2,40,000. So 2,40,000 and 2,15,000 is the closing capital. Problem is over. Trust me, if this trick is there in the capital account, they will not ask you to make revaluation balance sheets and all that. How was the problem? Combined problem. Give some review, all of you. Is it easier than separate problems, or did you have some confusion, or still you want any explanation for the P&L or what? Check it and take a break also. We'll assemble back and continue with more problems for the combined admission and retirement. You all can also take a break, assemble back after 2-3 minutes. So this was the first problem of admission come retirement. Was it easy or not? Why did I split the profits? Because a partner retired in between the year. Financial year was 30 June to 30 June. So July to December profits is shared between A, B, C. Then B, C, D. Goodwill, give it to old partners. And if you feel confused, ma'am, sacrificing, gaining somewhere, so go with the method I've told you. Raise the goodwill old ratio, write off. And why did I split the capital account and drawings and profit into two parts? Because partnership is like that. ठीक है? चलो. Problem number 11 we have completed, and then we are doing problem number 12. Ram, Rahim and robot. Problem number 12. पहले पढ़ते हैं. It's a combined problem. Already asked in earlier exam. Ram, Rahim and robot are partners. It was decided that robot will retire and in his place Richard would come, and new PSR is also given. Balance sheet is given, reserves give it. Acha, Richard is becoming partner, but he is already having a loan account here. Okay. So retirement of robot and admission of Richard is on following terms. Plant and machinery, land and building, stock, provision and all. See, they have given reserves, give it to old partners. Nahi bhi diya to bhi you have to give. Goodwill is 2 years, purchase of average profit of 3 years, and there's no mistake in these profits. Out of the amount due to robot would be retained as a loan by firm and balance will be settled. Some part you are retaining as loan and some you are paying. Richard's capital should be equal to 50% of the combined capital of Ram and Rahim. How much capital Richard is bringing that they didn't say. So you have to prepare capital account and balance sheet. Now look at these are exactly I'm saying exam kai problem hai. Now already partners capital account one is coming going and balance sheet. This is the trick. So what is missing in the problem? Revaluation account. Earlier problem it was revaluation account and capital. So what was missing? Balance sheet. So don't worry ma'am सब accounts भी बनाओ journal entries इतना सब नहीं पूछेंगे आपको. Revaluations are there, but you don't have to prepare the account. So one way is to write the journal entries in the working and all. पर better ठीक है अगर है तो बना सकते हैं all. Working note में छोटा सा rough में you can make the revaluation account वही easy रहेगा. Sure. So 12th problem we are doing now for the combination. What is the combination we are working out right now? Admission and retirement in one day. Acha, this time also look at this problem. Retirement of robot and admission is on the same day. So same kind of the problem. They have asked you to make it in working note, but हम starting में ही बना लेंगे. अब account ही बनाना है तो फिर proper ही बनाओ. Revaluation account. Partners capital account. Partners capital account little bit huge and 4 partners are there. 4 partners are there. Ram, Rahim, robot, Richard. Ram, Rahim, robot, Richard. ठीक है? Have they asked you to make the balance sheet? Yes, yes, yes. After this reconstitution, they have asked you to make the balance sheet. Balance sheet. After reconstitution, we can write one partner is going and another is coming. Scaling हो गया सबका. Ram, Rahim, Robot, Richard. This names also I've taken same. This practice manuals question old. Ram is 1 lakh. Write down the capital. Rahim is 1,50,000. जब चार पार्टनर्स हैं तभी फिगर्स लैक्स में है तो यू नीड लिटिल मोर स्पेस. Robot 2 lakh. Now general reserve 2 lakh. Give it to old partners in the old ratio 5:3:2. And how much is the general reserve? General reserve 2 lakh. Chalo. General reserve 2 lakh into 5/10. 1 lakh. 2 lakh into 3/10. 60,000. 2 lakh into 2/10. 40,000. General reserve, give it to old partners, old ratio. Now, revaluation account से शुरू करते हैं. Plant is to be depreciated. So write in balance sheet plant 3 lakh. Depreciate it 30,000. 2,70,000. Land value is 5,30,000. Appreciate the land value to 6 lakhs. So 70,000 से land की value बढ़ा दो 6 lakh. Stock is given 2 lakh. Decrease the value by 5%, 10,000, so that you bring it at 95%. Datas 5 lakh. You have to make provision for datas 10%, 50,000 and 4,50,000. Nice and clear or not to all of you? So only land you have increased, बाकी तो आपने decrease ही किया है. चलो, write it here. Land account debit and revaluation credit. It's a profit 70,000. Plant you have depreciated, so it's a loss. Revaluation account debit मतलब ये अब 100 times हम कर चुके हैं. Plant is to be depreciated by 30,000. Land and building तो 6 lakhs कर दिया हमने. Stock की value कम करो 10,000. Provision for doubtful debts, you have to create 10%. 10%. Reserves तो है. Clear है? Chalo, now on the same day, one partner is coming and one is going. So let us value the goodwill now. Revaluation is over. So actually you can tally and give the revaluation profit. No, let us do that. 2 partners, capital account. Profit आ रहा है या loss आ रहा है? Revaluation में देखो loss आ रहा है. We are used to writing as profit, but this time it's a loss. Partners capital account. It's a loss. Who will share revaluation loss? Old partners, old ratio. This time I missed writing ratios there, पर लिखना चाहिए. अभी लिख देंगे. Revaluation loss, give it to old partners old ratio. 20,000 into 5 by 10. 10,000. 20,000 into 3 by 10. 6,000. 20,000 into 2 by 10. 4,000. So you have debited revaluation loss, you have given general reserve. Now goodwill. Chalo. Working note 1 I am making first. Old PSR 5:3:2. अब सबके नाम R से हैं. And new PSR is 3:2:1. Yes. Working note 2, goodwill. Firm's goodwill to be valued at 2 years purchase of average profit of the last 3 years. Average profit निकालो पहले कितना है? 50,000 plus 60,000 plus 55,000. 1,65,000 divided by 3. 55,000 is the average profit. And goodwill is average profit multiplied by 2 years purchase. So 55,000 into 2. 1,10,000. 1,10,000. Nice, clear to all of you? Simple. 1,10,000 is the total goodwill. And now the new partner Richard is not bringing any goodwill. So can we go by our routine table method? Answer is yes. Raise the goodwill in old ratio and write off the goodwill in new ratio. So automatically it will come in the sacrifice ratio. Ram, Rahim, Robot, and Richard. Raise the goodwill in old ratio. Raise the goodwill in old ratio 3:2:1. 1,10,000. 55,000 credit into 2 by 6. 1,10,000 into 2 by 6. 3,6,667. 1,10,000 divided by 1/6. 18,333. देखो क्लियर है? Raise the goodwill old ratio 1,10,000 into 2 by 6. Yes. And write off new ratio. What is the new ratio? Oh, I raised in the new ratio. Yes, yes. Keep putting the messages. If I do the mistake, it's okay. You have to be alert. Chalo. Raise the goodwill in old ratio. 5:3:2 and write off in new ratio. 1,10,000 into 5 by 10. 55,000, 33,000, 22,000 credit. Goodwill credit. Now, write off debit. 1,10,000 into 3 by 6. 55,000 debit. 1 lakh, not Ram, sorry. Who is going out? Read the problem. Retirement of robot. Robot is going out. So this 3:2:1 will be like this. 1,10,000 into 3 by 6. 55,000 debit. 1,10,000 into 2 by 6. 36,667 debit. 1,10,000 divide by 6. 18,333 debit. What is the net effect? Nil. Rahim is gaining. Old partner is gaining. Robert should take. See, outgoing partner is saying my share is 22. Give. Continuing partners debit. 18,333. Richard should be debited only if he is not getting the goodwill. Now you tell. Richard का account तभी debit होगा जब Richard is not getting the goodwill. That's right. Richard is not getting the goodwill. Debit his capital account. Correct. So give 22,000 to robot. 22,000 goodwill to robot. Who will give? Ram, so it is nil. Rahim. Rahim is giving 6,667. 18,333. Richard. और इनको डेबिट करो. 2. Robot. Rahim debit 6,667 and Richard 18,333. Take your time and tell me, is it clear or not? Goodwill को आप लोग write off कर रहे हैं in the new ratio. You know, in the suggested answer, this is the past exams paper. So what they have done, directly in the partner's capital account, buy goodwill, old ratio, write off in the new ratio. Like that they have done. That is also fine. They can do like that. Now, out of the amount due to robot, 2 lakh is retained as loan and balance is paid. Richard's capital should be equal to 50% of combined. ठीक है, चलो पहले robot को bye bye बोल दो. 2 lakh you have to retain to his loan account. 2 lakh. Remaining pay him in cash. Remaining pay him in cash. करो. Actually, you can continue in the same account because profit and loss are not there in this problem. 2,40,000 plus 6,667 plus 18,333. So 2,65,000. 61,000. 22,000 you should give. Is there some calculation mistake? 1 minute. Huh? Okay, there's a mistake in the goodwill table calculation. Robot we have credited 22. Debit Rahim 33 and 36. It's coming 3667. और total करके देखो. 18,333 debit plus 3367 B debit. 22,000. Now it's coming correct. Are you getting 3,000? ये 33 और 36 है ना, तो 3667 it is. 3667. आ जाओ. Should I wait here? I'm waiting. All of you go to your working note and do the correction. Do the correction for goodwill, please. Chalo, next. Come to the capital account and do the correction here. 3,667. This is 2,62,000. Out of 262, out of 2,62,000, 4,000 is revaluation loss and 2 lakh is transferred to loan. So how much cash we are paying to robot? 58,000. So in the balance sheet we can write, no, bank balance is given to you. Cash in hand and cash at bank. So you can do it in bank. 1 lakh minus robot 58,000. Keep it open. Keep it open. Robots account. चले साथ में आगे. Yeah. Now between all the other partners, because there is no adjustment matlab for the other partners cash and all, so we can continue now. Robot account is closed. Bye bye. Farewell is over. Loan में डाल दो और 58 cash pay कर दिए. And this side write down Robert's loan account in balance sheet 2 lakh. Otherwise balance sheet will not tally. Robert's capital account 2 lakh लिख दो. चलो. Now Richard should bring in capital. Yes. So what they have said, read out. Richard's capital should be equal to combined capital of Ram and Rahim. तो राम और रहीम का क्लोजिंग कैपिटल कितना है देखो. पहले इसको नीचे लेके आ जाते हैं. राम 1,90,000 एंड रहीम का कैपिटल देखो कितना है. 150 plus 60 minus 6,000 minus 66. Richard's capital should be equal to 50% of the combined capital of Ram and Rahim. And the combined capital, 1 second. Rahim's capital is coming odd amount, 150 plus 60 minus 6,000 minus 6667. 197. Okay, here also we went wrong. No? Let's go 3667. Change karo. Change it. That 3667 mistake is wrong here also. One lakh 50,000 plus 60,000 minus 6,000 minus 3667. Yes. 200333. So Ram and Rahim's capitals 50% he is going to bring. Who? Richard. One 90 plus 200333 divide by 2. Yes. Richard should have, I hope you all are, इसको क्या मैं नीचे लेके आया इसलिए थोड़ा confusion हो रहा है, अब clear है. Ram's capital is 190. Rahim's capital is 200. 200,333. If my writing is minute, आप ध्यान से लिखो. अब इन दोनों का टोटल करके डिवाइड बाय 2 करो, उतना कैपिटल ही हैज टू ब्रिंग. 195 167. Who has to bring? Richard. 195 167. And already Richard को goodwill भी डेबिट हुआ है 183. ये डेबिट नीचे लेके आओगे ना goodwill का पार्ट. Actually, I have done above the line, below the line, combine किए तो भी कोई problem नहीं है. That's why I'm bringing it down here. 18,333. So now what is the total capital of the Richard? 18,333. 2,13,500. Now look at your opening balance sheet. Already you have loan from Richard. Richard, you have already given the loan to the firm. Now you are a partner. Can we convert the loan into the capital? Yes. And 13,500 he should get cash. Done. Check karo clear hai ya nahi. Only mistake I did was there was no need to divide it into two parts. Very nice problem, but otherwise. Check with me. Ram's closing balance is 190. Rahim's is 233. Divide by 2. Richard should be 195. I'll make you write in the working if you want. Can we all come to the balance sheet? Ram's capital is 190. Ram के बाद next कौन है? Rahim. Rahim is 200,333. Richard का capital should be 190 plus 200,333 divide by 2. अब आ गया सबको? Please write this in the working. 195 167. You want your closing capital. That too after the drawings. Drawings मतलब उसको goodwill भी debit हुआ है Richard को. Why did you all debit goodwill to Richard? Because Richard didn't get that in cash. So Richard, you should get 213. About of 213, 2 lakh he has loaned 13,500. Take your time, write and tell me, ma'am, it is clear. I am waiting. Tell me, is it clear or not? Calculations you are understanding? First of all, I have closed robots account, 2,58,000. And now, Ram and Rahim's account. Whatever is their capital, half of it he should get. Plus drawings, he has to get 230. 2 lakh is already there, 13,500 cash. Plus Richard, 13,500 cash in the bank. 13,500 cash in the bank. Look at the bank balance now. 1 lakh minus 58 plus 13,500. 55,500. Bank balance is 55,500. Cash balance, write it down as it is, 20,000. Bank you have written, datas you have written, stock आपने लिखा, आप लोग check कर रहे हैं? Whenever we tally the balance sheet, we check the items which have not changed. Plant and machinery done, land and building हो गया. This side capital accounts आ गए, reserves we have given, creditors. Same balance we can write for creditors, 8 lakhs. And loan from Richard is not there. Now it's time to do balance sheet total. Total of the balance sheet is 15,85,500. 15,85,500. Check it. Aram se karo, both sides you tally and ask if you have any doubt. Anyone in the class is having any doubt? To pucho. I'm waiting. I'll show the capital account also again if you want. Check each and every item from the screen. Yes. Over. What is new thing you have learned? Revaluation account is routine. Goodwill. Raise in old ratio, write off in new ratio. And robots account, credit and all. Now, first pay of robot, 2 lakh rupees transfer to loan, balance in cash. And now it's time for Richard to bring in combined capitals half. And remaining assets and liabilities are same. Problem is easy, dear students. Check goodwill. Goodwill is clear. Raise the goodwill old ratio. Write off the goodwill new ratio. Okay. Did you all follow what new you have learned in this problem? Last problem was divide and split the P&L account. Richard has given loan, convert it into capital. Balance he will bring in cash. Now last combined problem we are doing it now. Actually it's very easy, but I've already given you 2 assignments. So isko abhi kar lenge saath mein. We will do it together. Dowell is a partnership firm. ABC are partners. 10:6:4 ratio. Bank overdraft and all is given. It was mutually agreed B will retire and in his place D will come. For this purpose, goodwill is 1 lakh, but it should not appear in books. So raise the goodwill and write off. Building, plant and machinery are to be depreciated, investments and all. And in the firm, the total capital will be 2 lakh, which will be contributed by A, B, A, C and D. So they have given the closing capital, they want this much. Now remaining either you take in cash or repay. Surplus funds, if any, will be used for repaying bank overdraft. Amount due to retiring partner should be transferred to loan account. It's a very, इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं. No rectification, no splitting, a routine, simple problem. Only thing is, one partner is retiring D and D is coming on the same day. If it is different day, only split the capital accounts. इसमें तो जरूरत नहीं है. So 13th problem we are doing in notebooks. And what accounts they have asked you to make? क्या क्या पूछा है आपको? Revaluation account, partners capital account, bank account, balance sheet. Yes. Problem number 12. Problem number 12. Can we do it together very fast? Revaluation account debit. Revaluation account debit. Next is partners capital account. Partners capital account. How many partners are there? A, B, C and D. 4 partners हैं. So we will prepare the partners capital account. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Next is balance sheet. थोड़ा बड़ा ही बनाएंगे बैलेंस शीट भी. Supported by working note 1. A, B, C, old ratio. What is old ratio of A, B and C? Ten is to 6 is to 4. B, C, D, new ratio. B is retiring, sorry, and D is coming in. So A, C, D. New ratio is given in the last line. A, C and D. 2 is to 2 is to 1. Chalo. Let us start. Write down capital account opening balances very quickly. Capital account opening balances. 80,000. 20,000, 30,000. Reserves. 20,000. Give it to old partners. Old ratio. Reserve 20,000. Give it to old partners. Old ratio. 10 is to 6 is to 4. They do 20,000 into 10 by 20. 10,000. 20,000 into 6 by 20. 6,000. 20,000 into 4 by 20. 4,000. Give the reserves to old partners, old ratio. Anything else? No. Goodwill is valued at 1 lakh. But raise and write off the goodwill. Yes. So you can raise the total goodwill and write off. वो भी easy है. Shall we do in one problem? करें इसमें. You can make the table or you can raise the total goodwill. कितना है total goodwill आपका? 1 lakh. Raise in the old ratio. आप करो. I am telling you. What I am doing in the table and net effect I am posting. You can post it directly. 1 lakh into 10 by 20. 50,000. 1 lakh into 6 by 20. 30,000. 1 lakh into 4 by 20. 20,000. Raise the goodwill in old ratio. Write off the goodwill in new ratio. Dear students, if you are lacking time, then rather than making the table and getting net effect and posting, you can do like this. Write off the goodwill in new ratio. 2:2:1. Who is retiring? B is going out. So this you give to 1 lakh into 2. 1 lakh is goodwill into 2 by 5. 40,000. What I am doing in calculator is clear or not? 1 lakh into 2 divide by 5. 40,000 and 20,000. We can give the net effect also, or we can do like this also. So I am doing like this. Goodwill हो गया. Now revaluations balance sheet से करते हैं हम. Always do revaluations in balance sheet and then come to building and plant and machinery are to be depreciated 5%, 20%. Building को depreciate करना है तो first write the value of building 2 lakh. Building is to be depreciated by 5%, 10,000, 1,90,000. Plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. 1,30,000 है. Depreciate 20%. Plant and machinery को 20% से depreciate करो. 26,000. 130 minus 26. 1,04,000. Are you all with me? Revaluations. चलो ये दोनों का इफेक्ट दे देते हैं. Come to revaluation account debit side. 2 building 10,000 and 26,000. 10,000 and 26,000 plant and machine. Revaluation account debit, asset credit. Now, investments are to be taken over by retiring partner at 115. What is investments value? It's not 115. It's only 15,000. Printing mistake है. It 1 निकाल दो. Investments book value are 12. They are taken at 15. So is there 3,000 profit? Investments book value is 12. They are taken at 15. So first you increase the value and now give it to the partner. Who is taking the investment? B. 15,000 to investment. Any doubt? Anyone needs journal entry? If you know, sometimes I'm calculating 5,000 into 4 by 5 and you're not getting how did I get the calculation, please ask me, because I think when I'm calculating, you all are also calculating. तो मेरी mistake पकड़ो, दीप्ति मैम गलती करते हैं, silly mistakes. Okay. Investments credit, B debit, and investments को पहले debit किया, revaluation credit. Next, provision of 20% is to be made on trade receivables to cover doubtful debts. ठीक है, आ जाओ बैलेंस शीट में 1-2 लाइन छोड़ दो. और असेट्स है ना ऊपर. Datas 1,39,000 and you are asked to make provision. How much provision they want to create? 20%. Excuse me. 1,39,000 into 20%. 27,800 minus 1,39,000. 1,11,200. 1,11,200. चलो प्रोविजन करो 27,200. Revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debts. 27,200 का प्रोविजन करो. 27,200. Next. That's it? Yes. Goodwill is over. Building. It is like 15 minutes problem. Building हो गया, provisions हो गया. Okay. Now capital का adjustment है. Before that, shall we get the revaluation loss? Give it to partners capital account in old ratio. Old ratio आपने यहाँ calculate करके रखा है 10:6:4. 10:6:4. कितना आ रहा है revaluation loss? Yes, sometimes you can do faster than me and post it here. Revaluation loss. Provision figure I have written wrong. 27,800 है ना? Yes. I'll correct it. 63,800. So this will be 60,800. Are you all getting or not? Revaluation loss. Give it to old partners, old ratio. D को छोड़ के सबको दे दो. Into 10/20. 30,100. Revaluation loss is 60,800. Into 10. Divide by 20. 30,400. फिर से लिखो, अच्छे से लिखो. 30,400. Now next. और क्या है? 60,800 into 6/20. 18,240. 60,800 into 4/20. 12,160. 12,160. Nice and clear. A, B, C. Done. So partners capital account is over. Now first of all, we should close the B's account. B के लिए क्या बोला है? They must have given. B will retire and in his place D will come in. Amount to retiring partner shall be transferred to loan account. CBIT, all of you read it. CBIT पढ़ो. B's loan account. B का account पहले close करो, loan में डाल दो. How much is B's account? 26,000 plus 30,000. 56,000. $22,760. बी के लोन अकाउंट में डाल दो. B's लोन अकाउंट 22,760. बी के लोन अकाउंट में डाल दो 22,760. Nice. Chalo. Now it's time. How much capital D will get? Look. In new firm, the total capital will be 2 lakh. A, C and D will have the capital in their profit sharing ratio. Superb. Go to your balance sheet. Partners capital account. They want total capital 2 lakh. You can make a working note for this, but when we are lacking time, we can do like this. A, C and D. 2 lakh into 2 by 5 into 2 by 5 into 1 by 5. They want closing capital 2 lakh in their PSR. 80,000. 80,000. 40,000. क्या clear है सबको? They want closing capital to be 2 lakh and 80, 80, 40 this ratio. Come to the capital account. Write down closing capital 80, 80, 40. Now, how much cash each one will bring? That you can check. Reverse calculate, close A's account. 150, 400 total. 150, 400 minus 90,000 minus 50,000. A should bring 10,400 by bank. Balancing figure, because we have decided how much he should have closing capital. 84 and 160. 96, 160. 96, 160 minus 34,000 minus 20,000. 42, 160. करेक्ट आ रहा है? सीज कैपिटल अकाउंट. बी तो ये इज गॉन. सीज कैपिटल अकाउंट देखो. वन सेकेंड. 40,000 plus 12,160 plus 80,000. Okay, total is wrong. 1 second, 1 second. Capital account गलत हो गया ये. 1,32,160. 132,160 minus 78,160. C, you have to bring cash. And D, your closing capital should be 40 and 20,000. Goodwill भी डेबिट हुआ है, तो D कितना कैपिटल लेके आएगा? 60,000. D, you get 60,000 cash, 20,000 will be adjusted against your goodwill and 40,000 will be your closing capital. Nice problem, no? Capital accounts are very beautiful. Closing capital, first you write it. See, partnership is making you very, very tough and crystal clear. Ma'am, we always balance closing. Gaya wo zamana. Closing capital you want like this 80, 80, 40. Okay, we will get this in cash. Cash लेके आ जाते हैं. And you have to, if cash is available, pay the bank overdraft, they said. So bank overdraft, they said, if surplus is there, pay the bank overdraft. So we will prepare a bank account only. I have written, नहीं बनाया ना, बैंक अकाउंट बनाते हैं. चलो, बैंक अकाउंट. Opening balance on the credit side, it's an overdraft. Opening balance bank overdraft is 44. Now all the three partners are getting money. A is getting 10,400. B नहीं लेके आ रहा है, सॉरी, B तो जा रहा है. C is getting 78,160. D is getting 60. And we are not paying anything to B. B का account देखो, everything we transferred to his loans account. So now, do we have closing balance on the normal side? Yes. Anyone is having any doubt in the bank account? Ask me, please. Bank account. 148,560 is the total, and opening balance on this side is overdraft 44. वो भी खत्म करो, and closing balance is coming routine 104,560. Bank balance working note 3. चलो, check the opening balance sheet and copy the remaining figures. Land 10,000, no change. Building हो गया, machinery हो गया, furniture no change. Investments are not there, they are already taken over. Inventory means stock 1,30,000, and receivables we have written and bank. Come to liability side. Partners capital account you have written. Are you all checking? Reserves you have already given. Some long-term debt is there. Just keep it as it is. Bank overdraft is not there, and creditors are as it is. Do the balance sheet total. Do the balance sheet total. 222,760 plus 4,70,000. You know how I'm doing 470? 3 और 170 को एक साथ लिख लिया. 692,760. 692,760 minus 190 minus 1,04,000 minus 10,000 minus 43 minus 130 1,11,200. अब 20 minutes के अंदर एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड प्रॉब्लम इज ओवर. आस्क योर डाउट्स. Thank you so much for the message. It's clear. That motivates me कि you all are doing. These are superb quality of the problem. और आप habit भी सीख रहे हो. Revaluation balance sheet में लिखो, ऊपर लिखो. Bank balance. As soon as I got this, I went and wrote. These are habits. Then in the inter, in the final accounts में never you will go wrong. Trust me. चलो एक बार recollect करते हैं. Revaluation account is very simple. Routine. अच्छा, goodwill, I did that trick. Is it clear or not? Raise the goodwill and write off the goodwill. इसी का net effect you can give. But I did this because if you are lacking time in exam, at least for retirement you can do this. Reserves दे दो, and investments were taken over by partner. Revaluation loss. Now close these account first. You can also put a tick. This tick is also a trick. है ना? क्या ट्रिक है उसमें? 22,760 तो आपको मालूम है B रिटायर हो रहा है. You have to close that first. And then A, C and B closing balance we have worked out here instead of working note. 2 lakh चाहिए ऐसे. So bring in cash. And then remaining assets, write it as it is. Balance sheet 6,92,760 tallied. कोई नींद में से उठाए ना स्टूडेंट, ऐसे बोलते हैं. आप तो अब ऑनलाइन कर रहे हो, आई एम नॉट एबल टू हियर यू ऑल द टाइम. कोई नींद में से उठा है मैम? पार्टनरशिप वर्किंग नोट 1 old and new PSR, working note 2 goodwill, like that it should be. So that's all for today's class. Thank you so much. Please complete your problems for assignment which I have given you, and we will start that in the next class. Bye bye.